How's it going, cool cats? Well, we're back with grammar here. So we're continuing working with pronouns, and I'm actually going to go over the homework that I did yesterday with you guys over pronouns and antecedents. I know the little ed puzzle that I went over didn't really explain antecedents the best, so you're going to learn about those a little bit more, learn about these a little bit better today as I go over the homework today. So as the video that you watched yesterday talks about, it said that pronouns are going to take the place of a noun, and it may be singular or plural. And so some examples of pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, me, him, or her. Or pronouns we, you, they, them, us. Okay, so they basically take the place of pronouns. So for example, my mother will be home late. Okay, so you could take mother, and since she's a female, you would be replacing with she. So you would say instead of my mother, you could put she will be home late, and then like at the same way in the same way you could put my mother is busy at work. Okay, so mother is the antecedent, and then she would be the pronoun. So we'll go over your homework from last night, so then you can have some of that instant feedback. So then hopefully this will help you know how to do tonight's homework just a little bit better. So it says read each sentence, circle the pronoun, then draw a line under the antecedent. So mine's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to just type up the antecedent and then type up the pronoun, so then you know what you got. So the girl saw the bike she'd always wanted. So the girl saw the bike she had always wanted. So the antecedent is going to be the girl, because that girl is getting replaced by she later on in the sentence. So the antecedent is girl. That's the noun that's getting replaced. The pronoun that replaces it is she. Okay. The bike had lights, bells, and streamers on it. Okay. So our pronoun is it, and it is referring to the bike. The bike. That's what had the lights, bells, and streamers on it. So it could be a little bit confusing, but it is referring back to the bike. The girl's brother asked if he could get a bike too. Okay, so our pronoun is going to be he, because the brother is obviously a male, and then so the antecedent is going to be brother. Everything here is too expensive, the mother said. So this one is one of those indefinites that it talks about up here in the instructions. We didn't really talk about this, but an indefinite basically doesn't specifically mention a specific group of things. So it doesn't this will not have an antecedent, but the pronoun is everything, because it could be like a washing machine, a refrigerator, a dryer, but it's not even mentioned. It doesn't mention that in the sentence. So we're going to put the antecedent as none and the pronoun as everything. Okay. The parents told the children, "You may have to wait." So this is a kind of a difficult one, but it really once you break it down. So when it talks about you, use the pronoun, it's talking about a group of people. So you is referencing, so the parents are talking to the children, so the you is referencing children. We don't mind, said the boy and the girl. So our pronoun is we. And if you notice that as well, sometimes the pronoun can come before the antecedent. You just got to really pay attention to the amount and the gender and things of that nature. And then the antecedent would be boy and girl. I hope this is making a little bit more sense as we were working on it. Finally, the 7 and 8, the father said to the children, "I have an idea." So I would be your pronoun. It's referencing father. Looking at less fancy bikes, the family could afford 2 of them. So when you're talking about them, you're referencing back not to the family, because remember, it's a could afford. You make sure you're using your context clues and your common sense here. So a family can't afford another family, so you're not referencing them. It's not referencing the family. It's referencing the bikes. Okay, and then them. Okay. So what I'm gonna do for this homework, rather than you guys having to do a worksheet like on pencil and paper, I'm gonna try to make it into an external tool and share it on as a module, and then you'll be able to do it just like I did here, where I typed it up. So uh, when you guys get to, it's not up just yet because I'm still working on it right now, but once you see it, you'll be able to click on it just like your other modules, these blue modules. You'll click on them and then it'll come up like this, where you'll see basically the same process as last night. So for example, write each sentence, underline the antecedents once and the pronoun twice. So instead of underlining anything, you're just going to pick out the antecedent. So Sam is happy because he can jump and run. So our antecedent would be Sam. He is the one happy because he can jump and run. And his pronoun would be he. Okay. And then it's going to be the same process for the back. You write your antecedent, and this one actually gives you an option of what the pronouns can become. So you're going to look at decide what your antecedent is, and then you'll decide what two pronouns you're going to pick out of the parentheses from there. Uh, I hope this explains things a little bit better, because I know I had a couple questions about what antecedents were, and hopefully that makes things more clear. Thank you for your time, guys. Get that homework done. Hopefully you guys can get out and enjoy that snow. Okay, bye-bye.